The Uhuru Kenyatta Raila Odinga Pact. Recently, something controversial happened in our country, and we saw Right Honorable His Excellency Raila Odinga move to Harambee House in a meeting with His Excellency Uhuru Kenyatta. In a very controversial scenario, you get to understand that the meeting happened and Raila Odinga went to Harambee House, and nobody could be able to know that Raila Odinga was in Harambee House. You get to ask yourself whether even the security was there to witness this. But that justifies one thing about Raila Odinga, that Raila Odinga is mysterious, very mysterious, and one of the leading politicians we have in this country. And that notwithstanding, the pact was something good. The country was slowly becoming ungovernable with the Jubilee administration, and it really needed Raila to come in to unify the country. We know for a fact that it's only Raila Odinga in this country who has the kind of following that is quite religious, that he can take it left, he can take it right, he can take it whichever direction. Jubilee should not take this very lightly. In fact, Jubilee should not go into slumber. It should not be too happy. It should not take too much time celebrating that Raila Odinga has come on board. First of all, they need to understand that Raila Odinga did not join Jubilee, but rather Raila Odinga joined government. And Raila Odinga joined government to help the government move forward. This is not something different. This is not something very new. Historically speaking, Raila Odinga opposed the then President Daniel Arap Moi for quite a long time. But it got to a point, Raila Odinga worked with the Moi government for a little time, reorganized his troops, and then attacked again. Under the 48 laws of power, that is called re-engineering yourself. Raila Odinga is the politician who will always reinvent himself. He did that during the Moi era. He joined Moi, reinvented himself, reorganized his troops, and attacked. Under the Kibaki era, he did the same thing. He worked with Kibaki, reorganized his troops, re-engineered himself, and then attacked. That is more or less the same thing that Raila Odinga is doing with the Jubilee administration. He has joined the government. He is reorganizing himself. He is re-engineering himself. And at one particular point, Raila Odinga will attack. And therefore, Jubilee should not celebrate too much. It should not be happy too much. They should be very cautious, because, blankly speaking, Raila Odinga is more dangerous and more destructive when he is within than when he is outside. So speaking 2022 politics, as it stands now, if everything remains the same until 2022, Jubilee should know that by the time Raila Odinga is done with this deal, either Jubilee will have become NASA, Jubilee will have become ODM, or Raila Odinga will either run for president, or Raila Odinga will determine who runs for president, and Raila Odinga will determine who wins the presidency, and Raila Odinga will determine who becomes the president of this country. But that is my opinion, and that is my 2 cents.